Let's move on to the final two indicators related to the principal's role as capacity builder. The principal provides incentives for teacher and student accomplishment. The principal celebrates individual, team, and school successes, especially related to student learning outcomes. A defining characteristic of a good leader is her ability to motivate others to do their best and to acknowledge that work. When we talk about incentives, we're not talking about donuts on Fridays, although who doesn't like that? Establishing a positive learning climate that rewards and recognizes teachers and students for their accomplishments is another way of building leadership capacity. Research has begun to show that money is not the only way to reward high levels of performance. Distributed leadership, showing personal interest, and public acknowledgement of success go a long way in inspiring and sustaining success among teachers and students. Let's start with the student experience. Here, a high school student briefly explains an incentive program started by their principal that catches them in the act of good deeds, of accomplishing goals.
Caught Red-Handed is basically a reward program for students. If they do something that helps community, helps the rest of the school, like a bake sale or putting together something to drive donations for, we have a teacher whose son is sick in the hospital. Basically a reward system where you did something great in our school and now everyone can see you've done something, so it's more a recognition program. Usually a pretty good thing. I mean, people get to see your name. It's like, I accomplished something. You get to see it up there when you walk by. Yeah, kind of a fun experience.
Now we'll hear from a principal who discusses how she uses incentives to achieve success with teachers and how she celebrates that success, our next indicator. Followed by that are comments from 4 of her staff members.
Well, one of the things that I think is really important is that that reward and sense of satisfaction is really intrinsic. And obviously in hard economic times, there's not a lot of extrinsic things that we can do. Although, there are mysterious Hershey Kisses that show up in mailboxes and M&Ms for that teacher who loves M&Ms because we all need pick-me-ups. And I have been known to put little bouquets of flowers here and there when someone needs that lift. But for the most part, what I hope to do is through accountability and the commitment to the school, create that intrinsic desire, that intrinsic reward to do our best. And so I think that the team model, because of that, that built trust and commitment, I think teachers really feel good when they do good things for their kids and that they let each other know when something awesome just happened. So one thing that I really felt we needed to do was do that in a more noticeable way. So at faculty meeting, we have 3 awards that we share between us, and one value that I wanted to culture was flexibility. So we have a Slinky Award for flexibility, and we have a Leadership Award, which is a lantern for leading the way, and we have a 3rd award, which is That Was Easy button, the famous Staples, That Was Easy, for making someone else's life easier. And I gave out the awards at first, and now teachers are giving the awards to each other, and we record those in our faculty room. So everybody can keep track of who's had the award. And we agreed that it would be nice for everybody to have a stab at the award before they repeat, so not everybody's getting the same award. And then what I think is really exciting is a teacher came to me last week and said, I want to start a new award. And I want to do the little engine that could for people who are positive and kind of persevere. And, well, what do you think? Do you want to do it? Or, can I do it? And I was like, you know what? You should do it. Anybody should start an award at any time. If we want to create that culture here and really acknowledge all the hard work that we do, anybody can create an award. So I'm pretty excited that that teacher will start that award in the next couple weeks. So we do that. That's probably the most visible thing we do. I do jot notes to teachers. I send random emails titled, Here's What I Love. And then it'll be different every time. It may be highlighting a certain team of teachers. It may be highlighting kiddos. Our superintendent is a real super positive leader, and you see him around all the time giving those kudos. He gives them to me, and I pass them on, and he'll tell teachers himself. So I think with Shining Stars recognizing kids and teachers recognizing each other, you're kind of growing that desire to do well and to spread those common values, and it's happening, and it's real, and it means something, I think, to each of us.
It's always great on a Friday when you just happen to open your email and it's well, what she loves about DVES, and there'll be a little blurb about something that somebody did or a team did. Same thing on you get in on a Monday morning. She may think of something over the weekend that came up, and you get here Monday morning, check your email, and there's a blurb. Regarding great job. This is what I love about DVS. You guys are great. And really kind of go into depth and explain what was so great about it. And then our individual team meetings, she's always there she's got your back, and always there to tell you what a great job you've done. The incentive is you take ownership of your school, and that you want it to be the best that it can possibly be, and that's that's probably the best incentive that she has there. It's definitely positive. I mean, you look forward to coming to work every day. It's a great place to be, and when you have a great leader like that, you look forward to coming to work.
I think that what she's been able to do here has been pretty remarkable. And she has certain, incentives like our staff awards and that kind of thing, but I think even more powerful than that is this sort of change in our culture, or this intrinsic motivation. Like, she'll always notice what you're doing well and make sure to give positive reinforcement about that. But it's almost, and it's like even more powerful because it just plays, it's sort of like compounding interest. It just keeps building, and people want to do better and want to work harder and want to make it work for all kids because of the support she puts in place and being able to target certain people for their expertise and reinforce that, which is huge.
Yeah. It's all about the relationship, just like it is with the families. She has us believing that she really cares about us as people, that she so respects our time, and she will do whatever is necessary so we have the time that we need to meet, whether it means covering our classes or finding money for stipends that just really show your time is valuable. But she has such high standards, and she works to those standards, so you can't help but think, that's where I need to be too. She's just an incredible inspiration.
We have different kinds of incentives. Becca Fillion, our principal, has initiated some special awards that teachers give each other at faculty meetings. That was Easy Award and the Lamplighter Award. And we have a little Slinky for being really flexible and trying new things. And the awards are a new thing to our staff. We haven't really done anything like that for each other. We're pretty good at thinking of incentives in our classrooms, but looking at our peers and talking to them about what we appreciate and what we've noticed has been a good exercise for us. So each faculty meeting, the person who received it at the last meeting will present that to a new person, and that's been very enjoyable. And Becca's done a number of other subtle things. She really encourages community building. So every once in a while a faculty meeting will begin with a project adventure experience in the gym where it's all about cooperative learning. And it's really great to play with your peers and just be silly and goofy. And I think those would fall under the incentive category. And the incentives have really encouraged us to open up and trust and talk to each other. And that's a big part of making our school successful. And I think Becca is taking us on a journey. And that journey is going to require a lot of trust and talking with each other. And
As you've seen and heard, building the leadership capacity of teachers and staff around you and motivating them to continuously improve is definitely a valuable way to make time for the things that matter most to your work, teaching and learning. Did you also pick up on the critical role that teams play in building a system of leadership? In Module 2 of this course, Teams, we're going to explore that role a bit deeper. See you there.